I was gonna wear this today for the final episode, but it doesn't. I didn't really account for the fact my headphones are fucking massive, no? I tried to look for some earbuds. I literally don't own any. This is what I got. I'm gonna have to take it off now. I look so dumb. I feel like that looks better, right? A little bit. I'm sorry, hat. I got the hat delivered a couple of days ago. It's nice, right? I like it a lot. And it comes with this like cute little postcard that they put it in plastic to keep it nice. I have one of Off Gun right there. So I'll probably put this one next to the Off Gun one. So last episode today, no? What am I gonna do with my life when this is over? I can't believe today is the last day. This has been like a staple part of my weekend for what feels like forever, no? Oh yeah, are they gonna go back to the second universe? How the fuck is that gonna work, no? Anyway, that's what we're doing. Last episode of Vice Versa. First kiss in real bodies. We like to see it. Do you think if they do go back to the second universe that Tess would have fucked everything up again already? You go back and the friendship square has been obliterated, or the friendship hexagon. Don't do that, man. I was sitting there thinking it's today dreaming. Like, this shouldn't start this quickly, right? I was freaking out. I feel like they're always gonna have this dynamic. No, it's very sweet and playful. Damn, sponsor already? We're 2 seconds into the show. Glasses Tele is back. Praise the BL gods. Well, at least he's honest. Oh, the bread they had in that universe, right? The cone bread. They miss it already, huh? Cute. Oh, these guys give off a domestic feel, no? Very sweet. I love them so much. I can't even describe it. I love them. I'm emotional already. Okay, so we never had purple, we never had brown, did we? We might, I don't remember. For the last episode, though, it's got to be a bit more spectacular, you would think, right? I did get some hints of gold. Maybe there's gold? There was some kind of gold going on? Or are they gonna just go for, like, one of the colours they've done before? Or would they go, like, all out there and go for, like, a rainbow type effect? I don't know. I would say, like, a gold or a brown or something like that, right? Judging from what we just saw. Who knows? I'm not very good at guessing them, I don't think. I've only tried to guess a couple times. I've gotten a couple of them right, but... What's it gonna be? Interesting! Very, very interesting. I would not have guessed that in a million years. I like it though. It is different for the last episode, no?
กูก็รับผิดชอบให้มึงอยู่เนี่ยเห็นไหมข้างหน้าเลี้ยวซ้ายเลี้ยวขวานะซ้ายอะไรนะซ้ายเสียงมันดังอ่ะเดี๋ยวกูเขียนบอกที่มือมึงละกันนะซ้ายเหรอ
That's so sweet. I was just about to say that. I was like, they really do miss the other universe, right? Cute.
นี่มึงด่ากูพ่อมึงตายควายสัตว์เลยเหรออะไรของมึงกูยอมแล้วมึงเฉลยเลยพ่อมีมึงอ่ะมีแต่ความสุข
Very sweet. That oh, it's just gonna be fluff, right? It's too fluffy.
มากครับมีแรงไปทำงานแล้วเว้ยวันนี้เขียนต่ออีกเหรอเอ้ยไอ้ปืน
I love them. I love them so much.
ฝึกงานแล้วเราเลยอยากมาแจ้งล่วงหน้า
ผมไม่ผ่านแล้วครับพี่
ก็ไม่เชิง
So he had a 3-month probation, right?
ชอบงานของนายนะ
So they've been back for 3 months.
ดีมากแต่ทุกคนรวมถึงเราด้วย เรายังกังวลเรื่องที่นายแบบหนีงานกระทันหันไปแบบนั้นว่ะ
พี่อาร์มครับเอาจริงๆนะพี่ผมไม่ได้หนีงานคือผมเกิดอุบัติเหตุบางอย่างอะ
อุบัติเหตุอะไรอ่ะ
Don't try to explain the truth. He will think you are completely crazy.
ไม่เชื่อหรอกครับแต่ผมอยากให้พี่รู้ไว้ว่าผมอยากทำงานที่บริษัท BFB มาทั้งชีวิตแล้วผมได้รับโอกาสนี้แล้วอะใครจะกล้าทิ้งงานกับบริษัทที่ตัวเองรักไปง่ายๆขนาดนี้อะพี่คงคิดว่าผมโกหกใช่ไหมไม่เป็นไรครับถ้าผมฝึกงานไม่ผ่านอะผมเข้าใจ
เปล่า จริงๆแล้วเนี่ยเราเชื่อทุกคำที่นายพูดเลยว่ะ ทะเล
He probably speaks with a lot more conviction and honesty than Tess does, right?
นายเคยตายมาก่อนใช่ปะ
Hello, fellow universe traveler.
ที่โลกเรามีร้านแบบนี้ด้วยเหรอวะเนี่ยโคตรคิดถึง
อ่ะมาแล้วเหรอ
โอ้สวัสดีครับพี่นี่ปืนนะครับ
โอเคครับ จริงๆแล้วผมแค่อายุ 16 เองพี่
ฮะ
What?
ข้ามโลกมาใช่ปะผมได้ร่างผู้ชายอายุ 40 ที่เป็นผู้
Oh, that's gotta be weird, no?
ลงบันไดดีแทบจะเป็นลมเอางี้ครับ
He talks so seriously for a 16-year-old. So there is an association in their universe too. That's very cool.
ฝันเมื่อไหร่ดังนั้นขอให้ทุกคนเนี่ยอย่าเพิ่งท้อผมเชื่อว่าทุกคนเนี่ยจะได้ขับโลกจริงๆครับผมเชื่อแบบนั้น
I love that this looks like the friend credits place, right? With the pink. It's very cool.
ตลอดเวลาที่ผ่านมาเนี่ยนึกว่าพี่ไม่สู้งานตอนเนี้ยทุกอย่างแล้ว
You're very lucky that he's the same situation as you, no?
ขอบคุณนะพี่
เนาะ
Weird. Very weird. It must be nice for the people at the association, though, to be able to hear from Tale and Puan, who have, like, successfully made it back home, you know? That must be quite nice for them. A bit comforting.
เจอกันนะมึงรีบกลับไปเลยไป
Well, they obviously miss the other universe, but it's nice that they could be happy in either, right? Like, happy together. I like that. That's good.
บ๊ายบาย
Bye-bye. Oh yeah, there's like drama to do with his work, no?
ขนมที่กูฝากหยิบได้หรือยังเนี่ยนี่กูหิวจนกูจะกินคีย์บอร์ดได้อยู่แล้วนะโลกมัลติเวิร์สแม่งวุ่นวายชิบหายเลยวะ
I did wonder that last week, but I forgot to say anything. If they were gonna see like up, oh god, I've forgotten everyone's names. But like there has to be a version of all of them in this universe too, right? With different names and stuff that don't know who they are. Honestly, I'm just surprised that they they never met themselves in the second universe. There has to be a Tale and a Puan in the second universe that have different names as well. It's kind of weird to think about. I don't know.
ยามาฮ่าแกรนด์ฟิลาโนไฮบริดชีวิตที่แตกต่างแต่มีคลาสได้เหมือนกันนีเวียไมเซล่าดีจนใครๆก็บอกต่อแคนนอนปรินเตอร์มือใครก็ใช้
I was gonna say maybe they could befriend like the friendship square in this universe, but they wouldn't have the same names, they wouldn't have the same memories, they wouldn't have the same jobs or personalities. They're just different people,
มีงาน
right?
เหรอถึงมารับกูได้เนี่ย
It wouldn't be the same.
แต่กูแคนเซิลหมดเลยเพื่อมึงเลยนะเนี่ยมึงอุตส่าห์ได้งานประจำมึง
Puan, the king of
พาไป
romance.
ฉลองหน่อยดิวะกูสั่งแต่อาหารจานโปรดมึงมาทั้งนั้นเลยนะเว้ย
น้ำสีชมพู
เดี๋ยว
Well, haven't you had some character progression?
อ้าวกินแบบไหนอะ
มานี่
มึงทำอะไรเนี่ย
3 2 1
Cute. It has so much sweetness.
เมดแมนเดย์กูแหละ
ไม่เดย์มันไม่จบแค่นี้หรอกเว้ยหึยังเหลืออีกเมนูหนึ่ง
Okay, that wasn't as it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
ขอเชิญพบกับเมนูพิเศษครับ
เดี๋ยวก่อนนะนี่มันเหมือนซีนในหนังเลยนี่หว่า อย่าบอกนะ เปิดมาแล้วเจอแหวนเหรอ
เออว่ะทำไมกูคิดไม่ได้วะงั้นกูขอเปลี่ยนเป็นแหวนแป๊บนึง
เอ้า ไม่ใช่แหวนเหรอ
No way. That's worth so much more, no?
มึงเอามาจากไหนวะ
ไม่ได้มีแค่แฟ้มนะเว้ยมึงเปิดในแฟ้มดูด้วย
How did he do that? He drew that in the other universe. No way. No, so sweet. I miss the friendship hexagon.
กูก็อาจจะให้มึงวาดให้กูแล้ว แต่ไปมาๆนะ กูเพิ่งรู้ว่า กูจดจำลายเส้นที่มึงวาดได้ทุกเส้นเลยว่ะ
Sweet.
จะอวดว่าความจำดีว่างั้น เปล่า กูแค่จะอวดว่า กูข้างรักมึงมากขนาดไหน
That's so amazing.
ครับคำถามส่วนใหญ่ก็จะถาม
They're bringing like little parts of the other universe like through, you know, like back with them. It's really sweet.
ว่าไงเปิดเนี่ยชาวเน็ตเขาวิเคราะห์กันอีกนะปืนว่าคนในภาพ
Oh yeah, I forgot about
ผู้
that.
จัดการคนเก่าของปืน
We never found out what Tess actually
คุณ
did.
เนี่ยกุ๊กกิ๊กกับผู้จัดการคนเก่าเหรอครับ
You gonna lie?
ผมว่าเรามาถามคำถามหนังก่อนดีกว่าไหมครับพี่ ตอนนี้ผมว่ามันออกทะเลไปไกลแล้วอะ
Respect boundaries.
อ่ะโอเคถ้างั้นให้ปืนนะครับพูดถึงหนังที่จะมาโปรโมทวันนี้หน่อยครับเชิญครับ
That was a nice way to handle it. He didn't lie, but
สรุปในรูปเนี่ย
he was just like, you cannot ask me this. That's quite nice.
ใช่ กูเองอะกูขอโทษนะเว้ยที่แบบ
ก็ถึงว่าทำไมมึงหายไปไหนมา มึงไปคบกับพี่เขามาใช่ปะ มึงไม่บอกกูตั้งแต่แรกอะ
เดี๋ยวนะ มึงไม่โกรธกูเหรอ
จะให้กูโกรธอะไรอะพี่ปืนเขาจะคบกับใครมันก็เป็นเรื่องส่วนตัวของเขา กูเป็นแฟนคลับเขานะ ไม่ใช่เจ้าชีวิต
I think there's some other fans out there that need to hear that, no? Just throwing that out there. Things were a lot simpler when you were in a world where you weren't famous, huh? I'm not worried about the time jump. They've spent further time apart when they were in different universes. And they do really want to be together. Again, they're being like forced apart. It's fine. A week is definitely manageable.
เอาก่อนเลยครับ
ขอบคุณครับ
No way.
ผมทับครับ เป็นแผนกตัดต่อ นายจำผิดคนแล้ว
ขอโทษทีครับ
ทับ ขนมที่กูฝากหยิบได้ยังเนี่ย
Cute.
นี่กูหิวจนกูจะกินคีย์บอร์ดได้อยู่แล้วนะ
It's nice they know each other in this universe, right?
อันจะพูดเสียงดังทำไม อัน
So up rather or tup rather than up and two rather than oo is very interesting, right? Very similar names.
ครับ
I like that they're friends in both universes.
อ๋อ ไม่มีอะไรอะเป็นของโปรดของคนรู้จักอะ
อ๋อ
ขอบคุณนะอัพ
ทับครับ จอมทับ
อ๋อ จอมทัพ
ครับ จอมทับ
This is why I low-key wanted them to stay in the second universe, right? You're gonna miss it
เดี๋ยวว่าแม่งวุ่นวายชิบหายด้วย
after like so long living there.
นี่พวกนายสองคนสนิทกันเหรอ
ใช่ครับอ๋อนี่ทูเป็นแผนกตัดต่อ พวกเราเข้ามาพร้อมกันนะครับ
เดี๋ยวนะ นายชื่อทะเลใช่ปะ
ใช่นี่พวกนายรู้จักเราด้วยเหรอ
จะไม่รู้จักได้ยังไง ก็มีข่าว
He's
นะ
adorable in
เจอ
both
ว่าพวก
universes.
กิ๊กกับปืนอะ
So sweet.
คือเรื่องนั้นมัน
I love him. I love him. What's the actor's name? Neo, I think.
ออกชัดเจนขนาดนั้นน่ะ
I was not paying attention. I'm really sorry.
พวกเราก็พอรู้กันอยู่ ก็ไม่ปืนเขาแสดงออกชัดเจนขนาดนั้น
Oh.
ยังไงอ่ะ
ก็มีช่วงหนึ่งอ่ะพี่ปืนเขามาตามหานายทุกวันเลย
ไม่ทราบว่ามีพนักงานที่ชื่อทะเลอยู่ไหมครับ
ดูแววตาก็รู้เนาะว่ามันข้างรักขนาดไหน
That's sweet.
อย่าไปแซวเขาไม่เป็นไรนะทะเลพวกเราไม่บอกใครหรอกพวกเราไว้ใจได้
He's so like soft spoken and quiet, but he's got this same adorable nature, no? They're different, but they are the same. Like, it's really cool. I love it. That's really cool. I love it a lot. I got a bit emotional again just seeing the friendship. Well, Friendship Square Poon wasn't there, but you know what I mean. Seeing the friends again out of nowhere.
รูปคือผมเอง
It's very sweet.
ปืนหอมแก้มคุณทะเลนี่เป็นเรื่องจริงด้วยใช่ไหมคะ
ปืนหอมแก้มผมจริงครับ แต่นั่นเป็นการหยอกล้อตามภาษาเพื่อนเก่าที่เคยทำงานกันนะ ผมขอยืนยันว่า ระหว่างผมกับปืน เราเป็นแค่เพื่อนที่ดีต่อกันนะครับ ขอตัวก่อนนะครับ
เดี๋ยวนะคะก็ยืนยันไปแล้วนะคะว่าเป็นแค่เพื่อนที่ดีต่อกันนะคะ ไม่ได้มีอะไรในกอไผ่เลย
Trying to protect his career.
ช่วยถามผมครับว่าระหว่างความรักกับงาน
มึงจะเลือกอะไร
ไม่ว่าจะถามกี่ครั้ง ผมก็ยังตอบเหมือนเดิมครับ
Maybe they're not going to go back to the second universe. Maybe that was another misleading preview to do with Apuan pretending at the start of this episode. Because we're getting to part 3 out of 4 already. And there's no way they would go back and then come back again and in 2 parts. So it must have been another misleading preview. We'll see.
ปืนเจอสถานการณ์แบบพระเอกในหนังเนี่ยปืนจะเลือกอะไร
Oh, they're in this place.
กับความรัก
Weird.
เฮ้ย กูถามมึงหน่อยดิ ระหว่างภูเขากับทะเลเนี่ย มึงเลือกอะไรวะ
ก็ต้องทะเลอยู่แล้วปะวะ ชื่อกูก็บอกอยู่
แล้วสีขาวกับสีชมพูอ่ะ
แน่นอน สีชมพู
Cute.
จะยิ้มหวานไปไหนวะ
งั้น ตากูถามคืนบ้าง
ถามมาดิ
ระหว่างงานกับความรักเนี่ยมึงจะเลือกอะไร
แน่นอน ก็ต้องความรักสิจ้า
ไม่เอา อันนี้กูจริงจัง
Such a cute face.
มึงก็ไม่มีเงิน แล้วพอมึงไม่มีเงิน มึงก็ดูแลคนที่รักไม่ได้นะเว้ย
He's so sweet.
กูให้มึงตอบอีกครั้ง มึงจะเลือกอะไร
สำหรับผมเลือก
พี่ขออนุญาตเบรกแป๊บนึงนะคะโทษทีแป๊บนึงนะครับปืนแกเห็นนี่ยัง
ปืนหอมแก้มผมจริงครับ แต่นั่นเป็นการหยอกล้อตามภาษาเพื่อนเก่าที่เคยทำงานกันนะ ผมขอยืนยันว่า ระหว่างผมกับปืน
He has to know, right, that Talay would be doing that to save his career.
พี่ถามจริง
Or even just that Talay's upset that Poohin didn't call him and stuff because his phone got taken away, you know?
ผมกับมันน่ะมีอะไรลึกซึ้งมากกว่านั้น
แต่ปืนรู้ใช่ไหมอะว่าวงการบันเทิงนี้มันเป็นยังไงอะพี่ไม่ได้อยากยุ่งเรื่องนี้เลยอะแต่พี่อยากจะบอกว่าลืมมันไปเถอะนะต่างคนต่างอยู่อันนี้มันดีแล้ว
We can tell you haven't travelled universes. Jeez.
เนี่ย
Llama. Oh, alpaca. Sorry. Alpaca. Did she record their conversation? Where Talay admits that he did it to save Poohin's career?
สวัสดีค่ะ หนูเป็นเพื่อนกับทะเลนะคะ ทะเลอยู่กับหนู
He's very drunk.
ผมไม่ได้อยากตอบแบบนั้น แต่ที่กูตอบแบบนั้นอะเพราะกูรักเขามากไง กูไม่อยากให้เขาต้องเสียงานเพราะกู แต่แม่งใจกูเนี่ยเจ็บชิบหายเลยว่ะ
ตามนั้นนะคะพี่ หนูแค่อยากให้พี่รู้ว่าเพื่อนหนูอะรักพี่เสมอ
คิดถึงช่วงที่เราอยู่ด้วยกัน เรากลับไปโลกนู้นได้ปะวะ
เฮ้ย มึงเมาเกินไปแล้ว ไปก่อนนะคะพี่ปืน บาย
Go back! For the love of God, go back! I want it so badly. I don't care about the logistics anymore. I don't.
ดีๆนะ
You can ruin the concept all you like.
พูดตาม
Just
สคริปต์
please
ภาษาผู้ใหญ่
get them back there.
พูดนอกบทนะเข้าใจปะ
แต่ความรู้สึกดีๆที่ผมมีให้เขาอ่ะมันคือเรื่องจริงครับ
Proud of you. Very proud of you.
งั้นสรุปว่าคุณปืนเป็นแฟนกับคุณทะเลใช่ไหมครับ
นั่นแหละสิคะ
They more than that, fam. They travelled universes together. I think they need a whole other title.
แต่ว่าเขาเป็นคนที่ผมรู้สึกดีด้วย แล้วก็ผมอยากเรียนรู้กับเขาเป็นนานๆครับ
That's a very nice way of answering it. What? That was good.
มีคนเคยถามผมครับว่าระหว่างความรักกับงานเราจะเลือกอะไร ไม่ว่าจะถามกี่ครั้ง ผมก็ยังตอบเหมือนเดิมครับ ผมเลือกความรักเพราะไม่มีงานผมอยู่ได้ แต่ถ้าไม่มีเขาผมอยู่ไม่ได้ครับ
I'm very emotional right now. I'm trying to hold it together.
Applications
งั้นแสดงว่าแม่มึงรู้เรื่องนี้แล้วอะดิ เขาจะว่าไงบ้างอะ
กูยังไม่เคยบอกที่บ้านเรื่องนี้เลยอะ
ไม่มีอะไรหรอกนาเดี๋ยวกูไปเป็นเพื่อนมึง
Surely they'll just be glad to get the real Talay back and not have to deal with the shitty Tess Talay. So I don't feel okay. He's already here. Interesting.
พี่ปืนตัวเป็นๆนั่งอยู่ในบ้านเพื่อนกู
เกี่ยวใจเย็น ไอ้ปืน มาทำอะไรเนี่ย
กูเปิดตัวมึงออกสื่อแล้วอ่ะ ก็ต้องมาแสดงความรับผิดชอบป่ะวะ คุณแม่ครับ ผมถือโอกาสนี้มาขอคุณแม่เลยแล้วกัน
Cute.
เดี๋ยว มึงจะขออะไร
ก็ขอ
She looks like she's on board already.
จังหวัดไง ได้ไหมครับคุณแม่
อุ้ยได้สิลูก จะไปต่างจังหวัดต่างประเทศ ได้
He's already done that.
แม่มึงห่วงลูกเหรอ
นี่ ลูกอายุ 8 ขวบหรือยังไง
แม่อนุ
Sweet.
ญาตแล้วอ่ะมึงห้ามปฏิเสธนะ ไปเร็ว ลูกคุณแม่ดื้อเนาะ
Very sweet.
เข้าครัวกันดีกว่า ไหน ทำอะไรกินกันดี
And we're back to being domestic again. We like it.
เดี๋ยวหิวแล้ว
อ่ะ กินเลยไหมล่ะ
ร้อนไป
Alex, can we talk about Talei's hair with those glasses pushing his hair back. Hello?
ครับ
Hello?
กินแล้วนะ
Damn, that's a good look for him, though.
อยากกินหรอ
Low key in love with the way Pooin looks at Talay, let's be real. You have no idea how many times Talay turned that thing over in the months that you guys were apart.
เปล่า อันนี้กูเอาข้ามโลกมาด้วย
What? I was gonna say that's impossible. It was with Talay.
เชื่อตาใสเลยนะ
I was sitting there going, what the fuck is going on?
ทำไมทรายมันไม่ไหล
มึงรู้ไหมทะเล กูเฝ้ารอวันที่มึงข้ามโลกกลับมานานแค่ไหน กูไม่อยากให้เวลาต่อจากนี้ผ่านไปโดยไม่มีมึงเลย กูอยากหยุดเวลาตรงนี้ไว้ หยุดการเดินทางข้ามโลกของเรา
Can't you stop
เป็
it
นทรายในโลกนี้
in the other universe? That's very sweet. These two definitely give off like a soulmates kind of vibe, right? Kind of like with Until We Meet Again, that kind of destined to be together feeling. This song, oh my god. Good music.
ต่อจากเนี้ยจะมีกู กับมึง ทะเลกับเปิร์น
ไอเด็กน้อยเอ้ย
Yeah, it's so nice. They've known each other for years now. That's like a really nice as well, you know? In 12 episodes, they've progressed like for years of knowing each other. That's really cool.
จะว่าไปก็คิดถึงโลกนั้นเนาะ ไม่รู้ว่าทุกคนเป็นยังไงบ้างอะ
Did Oo and Fuse ever get together?
คิดถึงมากเลย คิดถึงพี่ดน คิดถึงไอ้อัพ ไอ้อูชีตะฟิล คิดถึง
Yes.
สมาคม แล้วก็คิดถึงไอ้นี่ด้วย รหัสลับตอบเข้าสมาคม ที่เราต้องพูดกันทุกวันเนี่ย
บางอันกูก็เกือบตอบไม่ได้นะ
มึงงั้นมาเล่นต่อรหัสลับเข้าสมาคมกัน เดี๋ยวกูพูดประโยคนึง แล้วมึงต่ออีกประโยค
เอาดิ มา
มองกูขนาดนี้
เดี๋ยวกูว่าจูบไม่ลงเลย
เพราะมึงไม่ใช่หนัง
แต่มันคือเรื่องจริง
ลองไหม ลองมาเรียนรู้กัน ไม่ต้องชอบกูมากก็ได้
แค่เปิด
แค่เปิดใจให้กันก็พอ
มึงพูดหมดเลยอะแล้วกูจะต่ออะไรอะ
ตอบแค่คำถามเมื่อกี้ว่าได้หรือไม่ได้
ไม่ได้ เพราะกูเปิดใจให้มึงนานแล้วเว้ย ไอ้โง่
So sweet.
ถ้างั้นต่อ
I'm kind of emotional, so I'm not saying very much.
มึงเป็นแฟนกูอย่างเป็นทางการแล้วนะ เองนั่ง
ได้ดิ
ถ
I love them. I love them in this universe. I love them in the other universe. I just love them. They're great together. They're very good that they get their happy ending, no?
ชีวิตของเราสองคน ถ้าเป็นหนัง มันก็คงจบแบบแฮปปี้เอนดิ้งแค่นี้ใช่ไหมครับ
Is it
แต่
not?
คุณก็รู้
No, it's not. Okay.
มันก็ต้องเดินต่อไป เอาซีนนี้ก่อนแล้วกัน อย่างเช่นชีวิตดาราของไอ้ปืนที่คลั่งรักจนไม่ค่อยมีสมาธิ
Unsurprising.
หรือบางวันจู่ๆผมก็ฝันถึงเพื่อนๆที่โลกโน้นแบบไม่มีสาเหตุ
Also
ผม
unsurprising.
ฝันเห็นไอ้อัพกับไอ้อูกลายเป็นคนเขียนบทเนื้อหอม เดินสายรับรางวัลไม่เว้นวัน
Tessington, aren't there?
ไอ้คีตะกลายเป็นดาราดัง มีแต่คนมาขอถ่ายรูป ส่วนในฟิลก็ไปเรียนการแสดงอยู่เมืองนอก รอวันที่จะโกอินเตอร์ บางครั้งผมก็ฝันเห็นไอ้ฟิลมันกลับมาไทย แต่เห็นทีไร
Oh, sweet.
คู่นี้มันยังไงกันนะ ส่วนร้าน ก็กลายเป็นร้านดังขึ้นมา สงสัยเพราะไอ้คีตะดาราดังชอบมานั่งกินบ่อยๆ นอกจากนี้พวกไอเทสกับปกรณ์ก็กลับมารวมตัวเขียนบทหนังกับอัพอูอีกครั้ง แถมพล็อตมัน
Oh, Tale, your dreams are the best.
ชื่อหนังของพวกมันคือรักสลับโลก ถึงผมจะฝันเห็นคนอื่นบ่อยๆ แต่น่าแปลกที่ผมไม่เคยฝันถึงพี่บัวดลเลย ไม่รู้ทำไม
Oh, weird.
มีบางวัน
Who Doll switched with?
คิดถึงไอ้อัพไอ้อูมาก ผมก็จะเนียนพายปืนมาที่บริษัท เพื่อให้ได้เจอไอ้อัพไอ้อูที่โลกนี้แก้ขัดไปก่อน หลังจากนั้นชีวิตของผมกับไอ้ปืนก็เปลี่ยนไปมาก ไอ้ปืนเริ่มผันตัวมาเป็นคนเบื้องหลังมากขึ้น จนในที่สุด มันก็ตัดสินใจเปิดสตูดิโอเขียนบท Friend Credit พี่จุ๊บแจงเคยบอกไว้ว่า คนเราต้องข้ามโลกไปเพื่อเรียนรู้อะไรบางอย่าง สำหรับผมมันทำให้ผมได้เรียนรู้ความรัก จากคนที่ไม่เชื่อในความรัก ไม่คิดด้วยซ้ำว่าชีวิตนี้ผมจะมีใครสักคน แต่มันก็ทำให้ผมได้เจอไอ้ปืน แล้วมันก็ช่วยเปลี่ยนชีวิตผม ให้กลายเป็นสีชมพูไปตลอดกาล
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not.
ขาดเลยวะ ก็ต้นชมพูพันทิพย์ไง
ไม่ขาด นี่ไงชมพูพันทิพย์
That's how big they get.
นี่มันต้นชมพูพันทิพย์เวอร์ชั่นสูง 25 เมตรนี่หว่า
You wanted to put one of them in the RV? Holy shit.
ไม่เสือกดิ ว่าแล้วมึงต้องอ่าน ว้าย มีคนติดกับว่ะ ของจริงอ่ะ อยู่นี่เว้ย อ่ะกูให้อ่าน ตั้งแต่เจอมึงร้องเพลงที่ร้านพี่ป้อง กูก็ตกหลุมรักมึงหัวปัก
มึงอยากรู้ไหมว่ากูอยากเขียนคำอธิษฐานอะไรมากที่สุดตอนนี้
อยาก ทำอะไรเนี่ย
คืนนี้เราสองคนมาหัวปักหัวปามกันเถอะ
Oh, it's so perfect. perfect now. Oh.
ร่วมสนุกท้ายซีรีส์
I made it without crying, guys.
ของซีรีส์ที่ออกอากาศ
Wait, did
แต่ละ
I?
สัปดาห์พร้อมเหตุผลสั้นๆ
Okay, it looks like a sponsor story or something. It's fine. I
Hashtag
made it without crying. I got so
Hybrid
emotional though, I'm not gonna
ข้อ
lie.
ความที่โดนใจทีมงาน
They didn't go back to the second universe again. That was a misleading preview, but honestly, I'm am I glad they didn't? I don't know. I kind of wanted them to go back, but at the same time, for it to make sense, I'm glad they didn't, right?
นึกถึงโลก
Yeah, I was talking last episode about how it wouldn't make sense if they went back again, right? Without going through a near-death experience. So I'm kind of glad they didn't go back. But also I wish they could have stayed.
ที่ที่นี่เนี่ยสวยเหมือนที่นั่นเลยเนาะ
แล้วก็มีมึงกับกูอยู่ด้วยกันแบบเนี้ยเหมือนเดิม กูขอกินรสนั้นด้วยดิ
I feel like for the rest of their lives, they're going to be kind of comparing things in this universe to their experience in the other universe. And I kind of like that, right? It changed who they are, kind of thing.
จะบ้าเหรอ อะไรของมึงเนี่ย
ก็ขอแต่งงานไง
What?
ในแบบฉบับโลกของเรา
พูดอะไรของมึงวะโคตรเลี่ยนเลย
This isn't just a sponsor story, hello?
แบบนี้แสดงว่าตกลงนะ
yes
Man, I'm trying to make it through without crying. And I thought I was safe with the sponsor story. So I'm like trying to hang in there now again, out of nowhere. Oh man, very romantic, no?
แบ็คอยู่ที่นี่คนเดียวเหรอวะ
ไว้มึงดูนี่นะ ไอเนี่ยแกรม คนนี้หยก ส่วนคนนี้ชอน
How weird that they're advertising not
ร้าย
me.
มาก มึงต้องดูแลตัวเองดีๆด้วย
ไอ้แบ็คมันจะเข้าไปยุ่งเรื่องผิดกฎหมาย
Next week? Hello? Is this just what they're putting on
กูต้องตามหา
the channel next week or something?
แต่กูก็จะจับมันเข้าคุกให้หมด
How you gonna hit me with an advert for not be at the end of vice versa? My favorite show.
เป็นแบบนี้ก็ดีนะ
Oh man, my comfort couple. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Oh man, really, really, really amazing. Really amazing. Like I said, I'm sad that they don't get to see the friendship hexagon again, the true friendship hexagon, not Tup and Two. But it's kind of sweet that they kind of showed in like Talei's dreams what he feels like happens in that universe and stuff. And from, as I said, from a concept point of view, it makes sense, right? That they didn't go back without like having another near-death experience. It would have completely undid all of the logic from the first few episodes. Really, really good episode. I loved it so much. Mostly fluff, a bit of drama with Poohan's work and them missing each other and stuff, and then it was lovely. It was just lovely. It was 95% fluff. For the whole series, I'm gonna do my review to help streamline my thoughts. This is the only other time that I've watched a series week by week like this and then had to do a review was Even Sun. But that was only 6 episodes. I've been watching Vice Versa for a long ass time now, so I might forget some stuff from early on. I'll have to see how I go, but I'm going to write the review and then that will help me kind of process my thoughts about it. And then I'll be back. I love the hat so much, I'm not going to lie. Oh, I don't have a tolay to make sure the alpaca is straight. This is probably the only time I'm gonna wear it, and then it's probably gonna sit on that plushie's head, because that plushie is just like a bear. It's like the perfect size for this hat, so I think that plushie's gonna wear it. My review for Vice Versa is quite possibly the quickest review I've ever written. I think because I was thinking about it this morning already before I watched Vice Versa, about the sort of things that I knew I was already going to put in there from like earlier in the series. And especially now I don't write the summary out every time as well. It was really quick. So I'll put it up on the screen. I can't believe it's finally over. I don't know what to do with my life. Picture is just from MDL. I checked my drama list and it started airing on the 16th of July apparently, and it's now the 1st of October, so that's how long it took me to watch it. The summary is just screenshotted from my drama list. I did give it a read through because I hadn't read it before, and I think it's really sweet. And they mention friend credits and Fuse and Kita as well, so very, very cool. I gave it 3 stars. I was tempted to give it the shiny lines. I really, really loved it. But 3 stars means I loved it. And shiny lines is like changed my life kind of thing, you know? And because it did go in a different way than I expected, and it dipped a little in the middle, and the concept wasn't as fleshed out as I really wanted it to be, I decided just to go with the 3 stars, but I still absolutely love it. It's an amazing series. Did I cry? Yes. I don't remember how many times, so I didn't put how many times. I want to say only once when, ooh, what episode was that? When Poohan gives Talay the hourglass. It's got to be like episode 9, right? 8 or 9? When Poohan gives Talay the hourglass and they're exchanging gifts and stuff, and it's basically when Poohan finds out that he knows who Talay is from the first universe, with the bucket hat and everything. I think that was the only time I cried. I got really emotional. But because I can't remember, and I might have cried at other moments, I didn't want to specify. But I did cry. Eventually, I will be able to watch a series and not cry, and I will consider that the greatest achievement of my fucking life. Favorite characters, obviously the main pairing almost always makes it onto the list. Poohan and Talay, most definitely. I loved them both. Talay was very sweet, must protect at all costs. Poohan was so romantic and just incredible. So I know there's only one person from the friendship hexagon that's missing. I know, it sounds awful, but it's just because Kita didn't get enough screen time for me to get really attached to him, right? He did have some really sweet moments with Talay at the apartment, trying to give him advice and stuff about Poohan and things like that. But I do love him, but he wasn't a favourite character because he didn't get enough of the screen time. Whereas because Ooh and Fuse, they were kind of going for that secondary pairing feel, so they did get to spend quite a lot of time together, and we saw some cute moments. And then obviously Up, I fucking love him. So they made it onto their favourite character list for sure. I did love Kita. I did love Doll and Jube and Pang. I really liked Tun and Tess, but again, as characters, they didn't get to that point where I'm like, yes, they're amazing, you know? And some of them, like Tun and Tess, just didn't get enough screen time for me to really form an opinion. Things I didn't like, there were a few unanswered questions about the concept as a whole. For example, the dream locations. Tun dreamed about a swimming pool. Why? I thought, why there? Tele dreamed about that island. I guess maybe that one makes a bit more sense, like him overcoming his fear of water, maybe. I don't know, but it seemed like very random locations that had no meaning whatsoever. And that could be the case, fair enough. Some of you guys might go, well, it's not a big deal. But I think it would have been more interesting if the locations had a meaning. Seeing the numbers flash up on the screen and it's never confirmed what they are, so we're just left to try and guess and theorize. Things like that. The link between Portkeys and the dreams and the reason for the universe traveling. I mean, I guess for things like why they traveled in the first place, you don't need that answered. Like, from Tele and Puan's point of view, they're never really going to know that for sure either. So they just kind of guessed that it was to learn something and that it was like the universe teaching them something and bringing them together and stuff. So I can kind of understand why they didn't clarify stuff like that. But I just feel like the concept as a whole could have been fleshed out a little bit more and they could have gone into that more. I think that was generally what I mean by it, right? Like the idea that this whole universe traveling thing was such a cool concept, and I thought they were really going to go into that more and go between the two worlds and stuff like that, and they kind of then got a bit sidetracked by the bonding over the movie stuff, and it just turned into any old regular BL where they bond over a hobby. Whereas I think it could have been really unique and different if they had gone like full fantasy with it and focused on the cool concept that they had. I don't know. So there were a few unanswered questions about the concept that I would have loved to have gone into more detail as a fantasy enthusiast. And again, Tess and Tun and what their impact was in World 1, we never found out what Tess did to cause the financial damage. You know, we never found out about that impact. We never really found out how close they got, if close at all. In Tele's dream at the end, which you could look at it in one of two ways, right? You could look at it as he's dreaming, or you could look at it as that's what's really happened. But either way, in that dream you see Tess like chilling with everyone else, like, and smiling with Tun and the friendship square and everything. And it's like, you never really find out how close Tess and Tun got in World 1. It didn't seem like they got that close, but they're obviously then close back in the second world, where they're like chilling and laughing and having drinks and stuff. So that they don't really explore their relationship and what went on with them. And I think that could have been really cool as well. What caused Tun to start dreaming? Was it because he got close to his Portkey? Was it completely unrelated to the Portkey? You know, there's just a few things like that could have been clarified, basically. The only other things I didn't like were more technical issues to do with the show, which was misleading previews. We had the preview where it made it seem like they were going to move in together, and then they didn't. And they started off making it look like they had at the beginning of the next episode, and then it was just like them talking about it. And then the preview for episode 12, they made it seem like they were actually going to go back to the second universe. We've had misleading previews before, and it's not a huge like criticism of the show or anything. It's not a huge problem. I just didn't really like it. You know, like, I like when previews get you excited for something to happen, so you want to watch the next episode, and it feels almost like a clickbait YouTube video. You know, you get excited and then it just doesn't happen, and you're like, oh, I was tricked. I would rather them do truthful previews that get me excited for the next episode, and then I get, like, I have to wait, and then I get what I've been waiting for, you know? So I didn't like the misleading previews, and I didn't like how many sponsors they had. I'm also currently watching Love in the Air. I could not tell you a single sponsor that Love in the Air has. If they even have any. Even like Not Me had sponsors, but they were super subtle about it, no? Like, they took a drink a couple of times from the cans and stuff, and that's all I remember. So there's ways to have sponsors without it being like too in your face, and I feel like at certain times it was very in your face, right? Like we went 3 minutes, not even, into episode 12 today, and we had the toothpaste advert. We had like the noodles as well, we had the Lays. You get so many in one episode that it's almost comical. And I do get that you need to do product placement. I just feel like I've seen shows where they do it in a much more natural way, or spacing it out so you don't feel like it's every 10 minutes, and I feel like it felt like that with this. Okay, what I liked about it? Quite a lot. All of the romantic moments between Pooin and Talay, there were so many. Pooin just looks at Talay with so much love in his eyes. It's the sweetest thing. In this episode, when he was about to do the interview and he was like picturing himself talking to Talay, like remembering himself talking to Talay at the coffee table, and Talay is like, what would you pick between work and love? And then he starts like saying why work is more important, and Pooin has just got his face on his hand like this, and he's just looking at Talay, and it's the sweetest face. It's so cute. Honestly, love him. I love both of them. Their romantic moments were so sweet. Bonding over the movie, meeting in the cafe, finding out like, you know, oh, they've loved each other since that moment, and it was so sweet. So many sweet moments. They have like a very playful relationship sometimes, and joking and playing hard to get and stuff. But they also have their really sweet, serious moments and really romantic moments, and that's what I really love. So much time progressed. The bond felt really genuine. So we confirmed they lived in the second universe together for like 1.5 years at least, potentially even up to 2 years. And then obviously they've been back in this episode, they had been back in the first world for several months as well, because Talay had finished his 3-month probation, and that was right at the beginning of the episode, and then they had all of those bonding moments as well, and then all the drama. So by the end of the series, they had spent multiple years together, and I really like that longer time progression over a series. It made their bond together feel a lot more genuine, and like they would be this connected and this attached to each other, not just because of the universe traveling thing, but just because of the sheer time that they've been close to each other every day. The episode themes with the colours, they were really nice. I liked that the episodes were named after a colour, and then I liked that they themed the whole episode with it. It took me, I think, like 2 or 3 episodes to even realise that the colour names for the beginning of the episodes were like basically the theme throughout the episode, and after that I started like really picking up on it and stuff. I really like it. I've been seeing people on Twitter put together compilations of like screenshots from all of the episodes, and you just see like this rainbow effect of all these different colours. Really, really nice. I love that they did that. It's very, very creative. The overall cinematic style, it was just a very beautiful series. There are certain scenes that were just so gorgeous. I forget what episode and I forget what he was doing, but there was a scene where Talay was at the association, maybe at nighttime, and he like runs to go and find Pooin, and it's raining, and you see him like run outside, and you see all the light kind of flare behind him and all the rain, and it looked fucking beautiful. Oh my god, it was amazing. So many like nice shots like that where you're watching the series and you just stop and you're just like, that looks gorgeous. Oh my gosh, loved it. A lot of effort was put into that for sure. The transitions at the start and end to show the body switches. So the first few episodes were really great for that. It was so subtle, so quick, and it happened so often that you kind of you don't even realize they've switched. You're watching Talay and you're kind of just chilling, and then halfway through a conversation you realize you're looking at Tess and you're like, when did that happen? And you go back and it will just be like the quickest shift. Someone will like pass in front of the camera and that's it, they've switched and you won't even have realized. It was awesome, and it definitely got me really interested in the show early on. They did stop that in the middle and it was a bit disappointing, but I can understand why they did it, both because there was no need to show the body switching once Puan had arrived. It was obviously going to be just like showing Talay and Puan, but also from a bonding perspective, getting us attached to them as a pairing. You know, that immersion would kind of be broken with the transitions. So I can see why they did it, but I still love it when they did. And at the end, we saw a bit of that too with when Tun came back, and you see that like the switch, and oh, it was great. I loved it. Good transitions. The episode 10 revelation was amazing. It was such a good plot twist. So it was literally the moment I was just talking about, when Puan goes back home and they show the transition to Tun. You just go, oh gosh. And you can kind of feel the dread that Talay must be having when he realizes that Puan's not with him anymore. I rewatched that scene a couple of days ago, and as soon as he realizes it's Tun, you literally see him like shuffle away from Tun. Like he just doesn't want to be that close to him because he realizes it's not Puan and stuff like that. That whole scene was great acting by Nanon and by C. They were both incredible. So I really liked that. That was like a proper like, oh my gosh, I need to watch the next episode. It was great. The concept was super interesting and unique. I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching some very simple fluffy BLs, which I'm currently recording. I'm recording a very simple fluffy BL and I don't want to say it's boring, it's not, but it's just not as creative as some of these other ideas. For like, after watching Until We Meet Again and Not Me and having these really incredible plots, I kind of like to see something more than just a simple setup so that the two boys can fall in love. You know, and this was a really interesting and unique idea, not just like traveling universes and switching bodies, because that has been done before, but the portkey thing and the dreaming thing and, you know, all of that. I thought it was really, really interesting. I really liked it. I've definitely raised my standard on what I expect from a plot for a BL. I need some plot, I've realised. I'm definitely getting a little bit impatient with just a simple setup, without anything like really substantial there to get my teeth into. So I definitely am enjoying these kind of more plot focused ones for sure. The actor cameos, I know there were a lot, and I know I didn't recognise a lot of them. I mean, when Gunn came into it, I hadn't watched Not Me, so I didn't even recognise Gunn. I was just like, oh, he's cute and tiny. I need to go back and watch it now that I actually know who Gunn is. But I know that there were a lot and that I didn't recognise all of them, but I still think it was really, really cool. Even like the food delivery guy that Pang became obsessed with or something, he was someone that I didn't recognise because I hadn't seen him in anything yet. There were so many, and I did recognise a couple of them, right? I recognised Perth from Love by Chance, and I recognised Mix. Obviously I recognised Mix, and now I would recognise Gunn as well. I think that's really, really cool. I think I freaked out a little bit when I saw Mix, I'm not gonna lie. I like that they did that. That's really cool that they had these cameos come through. And again, this ties into the concept was interesting and unique, but also a little bit into what I didn't like about unanswered questions about the concept. The idea that the same person can exist in like, because it's a multiverse theory, right? We're basically talking Doctor Strange, Spider-Man kind of thing. So the same person exists in both of these universes, but they have different names, different personalities, different memories. They're basically different versions of the same person. I think that's a really cool concept as well, and I do like that they did that and that people kept recognizing, or mistakenly recognizing people going, oh, you're this person, and they're like, no, I'm this person. I think that's really cool. In terms of the unanswered questions about the concept, I think it would have been really interesting. I don't know if they should have done it actually, but it would have been really interesting to get confirmation on whether or not there was a Talay and a Puan in the second universe, but with different names and different jobs. They wouldn't necessarily have to show them or anything, but if there was a way to confirm if that could, because there must be, right? There's an up and an oo in the first universe, called Tup and Tu. So surely in the second universe there must be a Talay and a Puan. But with different names, and I was just thinking, like, what would their names be? What would their jobs be? What would their personalities be? So again, that's something quite interesting to think about with the concept as well. And lastly, friend credits and the friendship hexagon. Up, Oo, Kita, Fuse, they were all great. I do like to think that Talay's dream is their way of wrapping it up, I guess. That would be really nice, right? To have, like, Tess. Firstly, Tess has got to get off the fucking island that Talay left him on. But then, like, the idea that whatever happened between Tess and Tun, they move past it and they do all, like, work together on screenplays, and the friendship hexagon remains, and that everything that Puan and Talay did in that universe isn't going to be completely undone. Because that's the trouble with someone like Tess, right? I talked about this on Twitter a little bit, that I'm really glad they made Tess the way he was, because he's such an unlikable character. And I love that, because if all four of them had dealt with the body switching in the same way and dealt with it quite well, I don't know how realistic that would be. I think it's quite nice that they show that people would handle it in different ways. And if you get kind of a dickhead like Tess, whose life is a bit of a mess, and he's on a self-destruct cycle, he's just going to continue that, even if something this crazy happens, right? Something of this magnitude happened to him, and it didn't stop him, and he didn't learn anything. Or maybe he did, maybe that's why they're all having drinks at the end, I don't know. But do you know what I mean? Like, even getting back to his own home, he had to rely on Talay. He seemed to be on that cycle of destroying everything around him. And I love that out of the four people that we saw switch bodies for this main pairing kind of situation, one of them didn't handle it well, and he fucked everything up for the person whose life he was meant to be maintaining, and he didn't give a shit, and he just did whatever he wanted. It shows that, like, with a character like Tess, you could hand that kind of person a good life on a platter, and they would still fuck it up, you know? They would still continue on that destructive cycle. So I really like that they did that with Tess, for sure. But on the other side of that, with Talay's dream, I kind of like the idea that, you know, Tess doesn't just go back and continue fucking things up and then the friendship hexagon is obliterated. That would be kind of awful. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sad that Puan and Talay don't have friend credits in Keita and Fuse anymore. But at the same time, I think they wrapped it up really nicely, right? And it's still a good happy ending for everyone, and it feels completed. It doesn't feel unfinished. They made it home and everything, you know. Talay's got his life back. He had to do some housekeeping to get it back the way he wanted it. But he you know, he got everything back the way it should have been and everything. I like it. It's good. Good series. 3 stars. Loved it a lot. I was really impressed with Jimmy and C, I'm not gonna lie. I like Jimmy a whole lot. I like C a whole lot. And watching Jimmy, especially in this, for like such a long time, like it's been, you know, a good few months, of watching Vice Versa that it's kind of hard to think that he's the same person that played Y in Bad Buddy, and I couldn't stand Y for most of the series. So he's got that kind of diversity too. And it was really nice to see him in something like this where he is really positive and playful and nice. It was really, really sweet. I liked it a whole bunch. That's it. Vice Versa's done. I will not be back next Saturday with the next episode of Vice Versa because it's done. I'm sad. Alright, that's it for now. Bye.